A little boy was holding a toy water gun. With innocence he wanted to play a game with his dad, but his dad unexpectedly shot at him. Luckily his sister reacted quickly, running toward him and tackling him to the ground. In that moment his sister finally understood the real reason their dad had taken them out to the remote wilderness. She dragged her brother forward, crawling until they reached a safer spot. Only then did they stop to catch their breath. When Gina slowly looked up she saw their dad had set the car on fire, and their father was already nowhere to be found. Gina told her brother to stay put and ran back to grab some supplies. She knew they'd been driving for 3 full days to get here. Their only goal now was to make it back to the city as soon as possible. As night fell, Gina realized they had run out of supplies. In their rush they hadn't even brought a bottle of water. The two of them had no choice but to sleep in the canyon, huddling together for warmth. The next morning they continued their journey. To get a sense of where they were, Gina decided to climb to the top of a mountain to scout. Along the way she almost slipped and fell, but when they made it to the top they realized they couldn't see the city anywhere. They had no idea where they were. Now they had to rely on themselves to get out of here, but their fresh water was nearly gone. The last bit of water was found in a can. To keep their strength up, Gina sprinkled some salt on her hand and gave it to her brother to eat. It was hard to tell how long they'd been walking, but the environment was getting worse. There was hardly any vegetation in sight. At first the boy was curious about everything around him. He kept walking ahead of his sister, but the scorching desert heat made him lose water fast. When they came across a sand dune, the boy accidentally fell straight down. Exhausted, he just wanted to lie there and play with his toy. Gina watched him and felt a lump in her throat, not knowing what to feel. She had no choice but to pick up the supplies that had fallen and keep encouraging her brother to keep going.